Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you from the Rocky Mountains. This is our hashtag Be Home Together sessions. Again, we're doing these at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time each day, each business day, technical business day. That's changed, hasn't it? Hi, Matthias. So nice to see you. Oh my goodness, that is a face, a name I have not seen in a long time. Sending much love to you. So welcome, everyone, and this is on Instagram and Facebook, so we get a little bit going back and forth here. Good morning, honey. My fiance has hopped on an hour away. Nice to see you. So in our hashtag Be Home Together sessions, we start with taking a moment to ground. And so breathing is just a really quick way to come into this present moment, take our thought out of fear of the future or regret from the past, and just to become present, to become home in ourselves. And that's the whole purpose of this, that sense of finding a home in ourselves. That when we're at home, we can hear what we need to hear more quickly, and solutions that we didn't see before come up that we haven't been able to see. And right now, that's a time where we need to really be coming home to ourselves more than ever. And some of us are forced to be home with ourselves. So it's a good time to get to know ourselves better. So we're going to go ahead and start off with just taking a deep breath and just letting it all out, letting our shoulders drop, letting our jaw relax, letting go of efforting and any tension right now in this moment. You can just have this moment of peace and being right here where we are in the safety of this moment. So taking another deep breath and just letting that all out. I invite you, if you're sitting down, to feel yourself being held, to let go of holding yourself up, of feeling like you have to carry yourself right now. Now, if you're like me standing, then you can feel the ground holding your feet, feeling your feet rooting into the ground that's holding them, but not needing to hold yourself up. And if you're in a chair, it's easier to feel cradled. Let yourself relax deeply into that chair and just feel held, or a couch or whatever. And I'm going to go through the three things that we return to every day on these lives. So I invite you to close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. I belong here. I belong in this moment exactly where I am, exactly as I am, exactly as it is, this moment, right now. I belong here, and I have what I need to be here. I am ready. I'm ready for what this day holds, for what life is throwing my way, for what shows up. I'm ready to stay in myself where I belong and respond from a place of truth and love. I am ready. I am not alone. I am not alone. Love is closer to me than my very breath. It is the essence of my being. It is what has created me, and it is what is guiding me through each moment. That love speaks in that still small voice. I am never alone when I come home to myself. I am not alone. I belong here. I am ready. I am not alone. Take a nice deep breath. Hi, Sean. Thanks for joining us. We're just starting with a little bit of a grounding exercise. So a couple days ago, I read a poem from David White called Sweet Darkness, and I've been thinking a lot about this idea of darkness. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, a lot of not knowing, timing, how long things are going to be the way they are. Are they going to appear to get worse before they get better? You know, how does this affect our family? How does this affect our finances? How does this affect weddings? All sorts of things to be thinking about right now. And that uncertainty can feel disorienting, confusing. It can feel like a form of darkness. And I've seen a few posts lately talking about that idea of the chrysalis, and how when you go into a chrysalis, a caterpillar actually disappears into itself, and inside that cocoon, everything turns to liquid. I once read somebody talk about transformative soup, that the caterpillar dissolves into a transformative soup. It doesn't just grow wings on its body, it actually completely changes form. And this idea of the darkness, of being in that complete darkness where everything you thought you knew, or at least most of what you thought you knew, suddenly is challenged by something that we can't control, an external human situation that we can't control. And all of a sudden being inside of that cocoon, completely losing sense of our form. People talk about not knowing what day it is because we have so much structure when we think about the days of the week. And all these imposed structures seem to be faltering right now. So it can feel like that sense of reality dissolving and not knowing what we're becoming. And so I love that this example of the butterfly and how it becomes that it actually is not just sprouting wings, it completely is changing form. And may this time be something that's changing all of us in a way that makes us stronger, makes us kinder, makes us more self-sufficient, but also makes us more interdependent in new ways. So I'm just going to read a couple of things that talk about the darkness and that being an incubating space, not one to be afraid of, that it's okay that it's disorienting and uncertain, but that's the way it is before true transformation can happen. So this is one of my most marked up books ever, is a book called When the Heart Waits by Sue Monk Kidd. The subtitle, Spiritual Direction for Life's Sacred Questions. And she actually finds a cocoon in an ice storm and brings it into her home so that it can survive. And she talks about this process of the butterfly, and this has spoken to me for a very long time. So this one of her chapters has a quote at the beginning from T.S. Elliot. I said to my soul, be still, and let the dark come upon you, which shall be the darkness of God. I said to my soul, be still, and let the dark come upon you, which shall be the darkness of God. And then in her words in that same chapter, she says, too many of us panic in the dark. We don't understand that it's a holy dark and that the idea is to surrender to it and journey through to real light. What are those things that we're being asked to let go of right now about what we believe about ourselves, about habits, about things that just aren't serving us, relationships that maybe we need to do better in or let go of altogether? All of these things can be invitations in that darkness. And then this is from another one of my favorite books called Send My Roots Rain, A Companion on the Grief Journey. It's by Kim Langley. It is a beautiful book for anyone struggling with just issues with grief. And it's filled with poems from different poets and then reflections from Kim Langley. So this is a poem called Allow. And I'm just going to invite everybody to allow that sense of darkness, that it is a holy space if we let it, and stop fighting that sense that we can't explain things humanly to ourselves. Just let that go. Let yourself be held. Allow. Like this poem says. This is Allow by Danna Faulds. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in. The wild with the weak, fear, fantasies, failures, and success. When loss rips off the doors of the heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. There is no controlling life. Try corralling a lightning bolt containing a tornado. Dam a stream and it will create a new channel. Resist and the tide will sweep you off your feet. Allow and grace will carry you to higher ground. The only safety lies in letting it all in. The wild with the weak, fear, fantasies, failures, and success. When loss rips off the doors of the heart, or sadness veils your vision with despair, practice becomes simply bearing the truth. In the choice to let go of your known way of being, the whole world is revealed to your new eyes. So that darkness will not stay dark, but it can change us in a way that will change life forever in a direction that helps us become truer to who we are. And so I hope all of you are able to find a little bit of that sense of being at home in yourselves, allowing that darkness right now to cloud, allow your eyes to be clouded over. I remember reading once that a snake right before it sheds its old skin, because it's outgrown it, it goes blind. It can't see. And so to not know what we are becoming is part of that process. But staying in that place and trusting that it's a holy place that will not leave us where it's found us, that is what we can be doing together. Thank you so much for joining for #BeHomeTogether sessions, and I hope that you can find that little piece of home in yourselves, regardless of what is swirling around you and feeling like it can sweep you off your feet. Allow grace to carry you to higher ground. Much love to you all. Have a great day. Thanks for joining. Hi, Michelle, Lori, and Kristen. Thank you for joining.